Okay, this next recipe is an Italian cookie, and it's an Italian lemon cookie. And again, we're going to start with butter and sugar. And I have 3/4 cup of butter, so about a cup of butter. I'm just looking for my other butter. Here we go. I'm going to just put almost the whole stick, but not quite because it's 3/4 cup. And I've got 3/4 cup of sugar. So let's see, here's a half. And then a half of that. And now we're going to mix. We got butter flying everywhere. All right. Okay, so now that is really nice and soft. Now we're going to add our eggs. This recipe calls for 3 eggs. Get the really nice fresh farm eggs from the farmer down the street. Now I'm going to add some grated lemon peel. Now remember, whenever you add lemon peel, make sure that if it says grated, that it is grated really fine. You don't want a really big slice of lemon zest in there because it's going to make it bitter and tart, and you're going to end up biting into the big piece of it. And the other thing we're going to put in here in this recipe is lemon extract, which I have right here. So that was 1½ teaspoons of the lemon peel, and we're going to do a tablespoon of the extract. Whoops, which I have right here. Actually, I'm sorry, teaspoon of the extract. If you were using lemon juice, you'd use a tablespoon because it takes more juice than extract. But we're going to do the extract. I like it sweet. I don't like it too tart in a cookie, so I like to use the extract. So we're going to use the extract, and we're also going to use some vanilla in this one. A teaspoon. Like I say, these will be posted at the end of the show. Alrighty. And now we have all of our soft ingredients together. We're going to keep blending. Oh, that smells good. Okay, now we're going to do 2½ cups of flour. Dig deep now. I've been using all my flour. And a ½ cup in there. So we have our 2½ cups of flour. We have a ½ teaspoon of salt, and we're going to need my baking powder, which I have over here hidden. done with that, a teaspoon of baking powder. And now you can technically sift the powder and the salt and the flour together. And it's one extra step that I just tend to bypass. And I just kind of stir it into the top of the flour here after I put my flour in first. And then when that mixture comes, it's going to mix it all together anyway. Now, if your dough happens to be too sticky, I don't think this is though, you can always add a little bit more flour. And if you're going to be rolling, like I did with the last cookie, I'm thinking that maybe powdering, putting a little flour in your hands will help. So I'm going to try this. This cookie also gets rolled, but then it ends up getting the ends put together like a circle. So when you're rolling it like this, and turning it, you pinch the ends together and you have a circle. Because they're lemon rings. So I'm going to grab my cookie sheet. Now this is also an ungreased cookie sheet, as I check my timer over there. And it looks like these are going to go, these are a little bit easier than those last ones. And my timer is ringing off. So I will check that as you can see what I'm doing with done. All right, so let's roll a few more cookies, and those cookies needed a few more minutes. I did them on 12 minutes to be safe, but they're going to need a few more minutes. So now these cookies aren't going to get sprinkled. These cookies are going to actually get a lemon glaze on them. And glaze, you can just add water to confectionery sugar and whatever maybe extract you want for flavor. But I tend to like adding milk instead of water. It just makes the glaze creamier. Now some cookies, like sugar cookies where you're frosting them, you can make an actual frosting. You can take the butter, the confectionery sugar, the vanilla, and just make the actual frosting. That's my favorite way, because sugar cookies are one of my favorites. And we made those this weekend too. So these are our Italian lemon rings. Look at that. Isn't that great? We're going to whip these out in no time and then put those in. The oven as when the other ones come out. And these again are also 350. These are also 12 to 15 minutes. So, sometimes when you're just on a roll and you're making these cookies, it's great to pick something where the temperature's the same and the method's pretty similar, and all of these are not roll out and then cut out, so they tend to go quicker than those type. And that's why I thought I would do these today, to show you an alternative to that. So here we go, and our bread is going to be done in a minute too. So when one comes out, the other will go in. And this is great. This is only taking me, well, the length of the show to get these 3 things done. I'm also going to show you a cookie that I made last night, because it's something that takes 2 seconds and you just put it in the refrigerator. And I have the end result today, so we're going to show that. I put those on display, and they are chocolate goodies. So here we go. So